Hey everybody, I'm that one person, and welcome back to Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. Um, an interesting thing that I have about this episode is that I kind of actually have something I want to talk about. Something that I have been lackluster on for the rest of the series, and I will try to improve on from here on out. I'm not sure if I should be talking about this, considering it's something you guys probably don't care about. But, I mean, hey, if it gives you something to talk about, something to say. Um, what I would like to talk about specifically is the general stresses of being starting out, just a newcomer to the YouTube thing. YouTube, live stream, whatever. Especially for me specifically, just because I'm not too great on confidence as it is. Okay, I didn't think that was gonna hit me. I thought that was gonna fall through the side, but whatever. Um, I don't know how to word this. Hang on. I think the biggest problem that I have personally with starting out on YouTube so far is just that I'm not very confident in what I'm doing. Like, for the most part, I'm just kind of nervous to do things. Like, the day I'm recording this, part 1 of the series went live, and like for the past 3 days, in between when I recorded it and today, I've been really stressed about how well it's gonna do, and like if people are gonna like it, or if people are gonna hate me because of it, or something. And like, clearly this is just ridiculous. I shouldn't be thinking like that. I should just be putting out things I enjoy, and hopefully I'll find people who also think similarly to me. Like, who just enjoy the content I make. Right? Like, that's fine. That's always gonna happen, because there's always people who are interested in various different things. And there's always gonna be someone out there to make that for you, for them. Or there's always going to be people to watch the content that you do make. But, like, at the same time, I'm just very nervous and not very confident, so I keep, like, stressing out about things that don't really matter that much. I'm kind of losing how I'm trying to phrase this as I go along, so if this starts to feel a little bit awkward, that's because it is. But, like, yeah, I just feel like I should throw that out there. As someone who's never really been that social in the first place, always kind of socially awkward, throwing myself out here on the internet has been kind of an interesting learning experience for me. Like, on one end, it's fun to just play games and hang out with people on the internet, or just play games for people to see for when I'm not streaming. But at the same time, it's like, that's a lot that I'm putting out there just for the whole world to see. I don't know who's gonna see that. Maybe I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of people that I know, or people that are close to me. I could just change the perspective that people already have of me, and, I don't know, ruin relationships or something? I don't know. My point, and it's like, clearly none of that's gonna be as bad as I'm making it out to be. But at the same time, I don't have the same level of confidence as someone like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or something. So I just keep stressing out about things that to other people wouldn't really matter that much. And I'm sorry if this is a bit of a depressing episode, but like, I don't know, I've just been thinking these things through my head a lot. And like, I don't know. I guess while we're on the subject, that's kind of a big reason why I like to see comments on my channel. I know to you guys it seems like just a minor inconvenience or like something that doesn't matter at all. But I really do appreciate the comments because it just lets me know how I'm doing. Like, are people liking this? Are people liking me as a content creator? Should I just give up as a whole? Without feedback, then I'll never really be able to figure that out. Also, ignore me trying to get this thing. It's a little bit finicky, especially because there's a big problem with the falling platforms in this game, where for some reason, after you jump off of them, when they start to fall, they still kind of drag you down. You'll probably notice that when I do it again, now that you know about that. Anyway, back on topic. Yeah, I like to see your guys' feedback, even if it's just like a simple one-word thing, because it's nice to know what people think. Even just a like even just a like or a dislike can make me, I don't know, think things through, I guess. I just really like to think, is what I'm trying to say. I like to think, and you guys give me things to think about. I feel like I'm losing track of what I'm trying to say here. And... Spooky sound effect. Thank you, game. Was that really necessary? But yeah, I like to just think things through a lot and overthink things. I overthink things a lot. And I feel like I would not overthink things as much if I had a little bit of feedback. Don't get me wrong, no one's going to make you comment. You don't have to comment. But whenever you do, I just think it's kind of nice to see. Makes me feel good, makes me feel like there's actually people watching this. Yeah. That's also kind of why I like streaming, because there's people there, people I can just talk to. Meanwhile, right now, when I'm recording a YouTube video, I'm just kind of talking to a camera, talking to people maybe in the future, or maybe not. Who knows if anyone's even watching this. According to the analytics of the first part of the series, not very many people are watching this. But you know what? That's fine. Maybe one day, these videos will find an audience. And that's fine too. You know what? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So I guess I'm just gonna shut up and talk about the game now. I guess I'm just going to shut up and continue talking. Gee, that's very smart. I do things like that a lot. Contradictory statements and stuff like that. That's because I'm a little bit dumb. I'm sure you've picked up on that by now. I'm sure you guys have noticed this by now, but in the last episode we were finishing up the section of the hedge maze. Right now we're working on the inside of the mansion itself. And this is a thing that happens a lot in this game. You'll be going through large sections of it, like, all at once. Like, you'll just be going through a section, and then all of a sudden you'll just get a power-up, and, like, that's it. You're just done with that section for now, and you have to go somewhere else and get another power-up so you can go back to where you were before and make some more progress. Which is, I mean, both kind of obnoxious, in my opinion, and apparently somewhat of a staple of the Metroidvania genre. I don't know, I guess that's why I've kind of never been a fan. It really just kind of starts to feel like you're going in circles and not making much progress. And if you don't know what you're doing, or you forgot like one little spot, one little secret or something, then you can just get stuck and have to run around in circles like an idiot. I am getting that box right there. There we go. Sorry, just struggled with that a bit. There's nothing wrong with games that do that, by the way. It's just that I feel like it's a little bit obnoxious. But I mean, sometimes going backtracking and looking for secrets can be kind of fun, but like, I don't know. I guess it mostly just depends on how you feel at the time. Because it's like when you finally start to feel like you're getting somewhere, and then suddenly have to stop and just turn around. Sometimes it can really feel like a little bit disheartening. Is that the correct term? I feel like that's the correct term. I tend to second guess myself a lot. Don't worry about it. At least my allergies aren't acting up as bad as they were last episode. Also, I'm gonna try to start speeding along these episodes from now on. Not to say that, like, I'm trying to rush them. I'm just, like, I'm gonna try to make as much progress as I can in as little time as possible. Because every single time this game has lagged and started to, like, force me to stop recording, it's always been around the 20-minute mark. I feel like 20 minutes is good episode length, I guess, but I'll try to go for my usual, which is 30 minutes. Unless you guys would prefer 20 minutes. If you guys would prefer 20-minute episodes, I forgot about that guy completely. I always do, and he always jumps me. That's not the point here. If you guys think you would prefer 20-minute episodes or 15-minute episodes, or really just... If you guys have a preferred length of YouTube video, feel free to tell me down in the comments. Because I just want to hear your guys' feedback. See, you know, so I can adapt my channel, make it better for those who are watching. I'm saying the same things over and over, I feel like. This game's stages can be pretty long sometimes, but I guess that's good because it gives you lots to do. But it's weird because some of them are like extremely long, meanwhile others are just very short and like pretty much just like go from one side of the room to the other. Meanwhile others can be like large expansive things or platforming challenges and stuff. I didn't hit yes. Why wouldn't they just default it to yes? Whatever. This room is kind of obnoxious because there's a lot of precision platforming things throughout the game. This one's not too bad, but it can get pretty obnoxious sometimes. And on the subject of obnoxious things, it really bothers me when a game hides a secret just out of reach. Like these right here. I'm not supposed to be able to grab those. I just did, but I'm not supposed to. You're supposed to wait till later till you get another power-up, but I've played this game so many times that I can just jump off of random objects that are just, like, that are literally just there to add aesthetic to the game, which, though effective, can also just break the game sometimes, as you just saw. Like, again, I'm not supposed to be able to reach these chandeliers up here, but I can. Then again, this is technically a kid's game, so, I mean, they're not expecting kids to be able to figure that out. Or expecting adults to be playing this game, probably. But you know what? It's nostalgic for me. I'm sure there's games like that for everybody. A game that, like, sure, it's a kid's game, technically, but, like, you still play it because it's nostalgic for you. You just want to remember back when you were a kid and playing this stuff. I mostly just play these games because they're fun, though. If a little obnoxious at the time, if a little obnoxious sometimes, because, I mean, no game is perfect, every game has its flaws. Like, for example, one that I feel like I should have mentioned a while ago. Did you notice that this game has a laugh track in the background sometimes? Because, good God, laugh tracks are already obnoxious in TV shows, but adding a laugh track to a game like this that can just trigger whenever, good God. Sure, for the most part, you can just ignore it, but sometimes it just happens again and again and again. It can get a little bit annoying. Luckily, we haven't had it too bad with that. Although we have had our main character talking quite a bit more than usual, I feel. And that's a little obnoxious. But what are you gonna do, right? If that does end up annoying you guys, I'll see if I can't change something in the settings to make a better experience for you. Because in general, I just want you guys to be enjoying this as much as I am. Even though I probably don't... What the heck? Even though I probably don't sound like I'm enjoying it that much. Did you see the camera just clip outside of the roof for a second? That was weird. And on the subject of weird, I've noticed a lot of odd differences between the PlayStation 2 version and this version. I mentioned that there was a couple last time, but I've also noticed things like, well, for one thing, clipping out the roof a few seconds ago. Okay, we don't need to go back. I'm not gonna do that again. It's not worth it. I can probably just get this like this, honestly. Yeah, I tried that like 3 times before, but this time I get it first try, whatever. But yeah. There's some weird differences between this and the PlayStation 2 version that have seemingly no reason. Like, for example, the health icon in the top left, it shows a face icon next to the amount, or above the amount of health. In the PS2 version, that's just like a picture. In this version, it looks like it's a full 3D model. I'm not sure why they changed it, or which version even came first, but I still feel like it's odd. Like, it feels like such a minor thing that it wouldn't really matter. And on top of that, I feel like it looks better in the PS2 version because it's just a straight up picture. So meanwhile, in this one, it looks kind of awkward at times, especially with his eyes. It almost kind of looks like his eyes are broken or something. Like he has 2 pupils. Did you guys ever see that? Like in the top left and in the bottom right? Then again, that might just be like because low resolution old game. So that probably wouldn't have even been noticed back then. But that's not my point. I feel like it feels like an odd change because not only does it not look very good in this version, I also feel like it probably takes less power to render a picture, right? Than a full 3D model. I don't know. I'm not really a game dev, so I don't really know this. I don't know what's better, what would work better. I've done a little bit of coding in Unity, but that's not exactly advanced professional level stuff. I mean, it can be used for advanced professional level stuff, but I am not at professional level. Especially because I keep putting it off. Like, I want to get back into it, but at the same time, usually not enough to just stop what I'm doing at the time, and just pick up my computer and start coding with it. Because coding can take a while, and I'm still going through tutorials and things. I forget this game has some cheap stuff like that. Anyway, oh, there's the lag. Right about the 20-minute mark, too. But yeah, usually I'm not motivated to just put down my whatever I'm doing at the time and just start coding. So yeah, I don't know much about game design is my point. For now, I think I'm just gonna end the episode here. I'm also gonna try to keep the. I'm gonna try to shorten the outros because you know what? They're way too long. They're way too long and a little bit obnoxious. They're obnoxious for you. They're obnoxious to me. Um, in the next episode, we'll continue down what we're currently working on, the inside of the mansion. Um, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. No, that's bad. Let me try this again. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like so that way I can know. If you have anything to say to me, anything at all, leave it in the comments, just because I like to see you guys interacting. And if you want more of this, you want to see the rest of the series, for example, be sure to subscribe. And if you know someone who might like this, share it around. Help me out here. But yeah, that feels good for an outro. Short and to the point. Also, I stream every Monday. You can see where I stream on the About section of my page, because YouTube apparently doesn't like it when you say their name, so I'm not going to do that. That's all I have to say, really. Next time I'll try to have something in store to say, like I did in this episode, so I can actually get the conversation going. But that's about it. I will see you next time. Peace.